Kinetic Freerun here from Australia, and today we're learning how to do a kick the moon both on the trampoline and on ground. Alright, so first of all, I've seen a lot of tutorials, and what I've noticed is that they show you how to do the steps and how to kick up and how to get into position really well, but they don't really show you how to get the motion in the air. It's kind of like a flicky kick kind of thing. Well, that's what this tutorial is all going to be about, getting that kind of cool little kick in the middle of your flip. So the first and probably the only prerequisite is a gainer, and if you haven't seen how to do that, just go onto my tutorial on my channel, and maybe also a little bit of aerial awareness so you know when you're upside down and when you're supposed to kick. So first of all, I'm just going to briefly, very briefly go over the steps before you go into your flip. So when you're on the trampoline, you're going to be bouncing on 2 feet. You're going to jump to the one that you're not going to be taking off with. So I jump off my right, so I'm going to go onto my left. So I go bounce onto my left. Then I kind of do like almost a 180, more like a 160 kind of turn thing. And that gets me to about here. Then my legs back, my arms are back, I'm ready to jump, and I just swing through and jump like that. So that's just a takeoff. Now we're going to show you on the trampoline how to get the flip nice and good. Well, before we go onto the trampoline, we're just going to learn a really stupid looking drill. So this drill is just going to help you get the kick with your back leg so you can land it and so you know when to do it when you're in the backflip. So basically it's just the same motion but without doing the backflip, and it looks really silly, I know, but I'll just show you it. So practice doing the run up as well. So start with 2 feet, jump onto your left, jump to your right, and then kick up and then kick back with your back foot, because that's what you're going to be doing in your back flip, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to land. So practice is running up, going, and just imagine when you're kicking this foot up, you're kind of doing your back flip, and then halfway you just kick back and land. Alright, so the way you should think about it when you're on the trampoline is you want to be doing your run up, you're going to kick up, you're going to stay in a dish shape, unlike a gainer where you just throw your chest up and go. You're going to keep in a dish shape. You're going to keep in that dish shape until about halfway, and then when you realise that you're upside down, you're going to drop your shoulders, push your hips forward, throw your shoulders back, and then kind of get into that kind of motion in the air. Now, when you get into that motion, you're not going to be having that much momentum. So that kick at the end with your back leg is what's going to get you around. So that's why that drill is really important. So I'll just show you one. Hopefully that made a bit of sense. Alright, so there's 2 setups that I know how to do on the grass. I know there's probably heaps, but there's 2 that I know how to do and that I know work. So the first one is just the same as trampoline, the J step. And that's just maybe take 2 steps, so 1, 2, go. The other one is the scoop. Now I think once you've learned how to do the scoot, it's going to be really easy. So the scoot, I'm not going to do a tutorial now, but I'll just show you what it looks like in slow motion and in 2 angles. So there's a scoot, and here's another one. I don't know if you can see my feet in that one, so I'll just do it back here. And here's the side view. So don't do a gainer off a scoot unless you know you can do it, because scoots are mainly for corks, like coming out of corks, but they also work for gainers. Now, it's kind of the same mental thought when you're doing it on the grass as it is when you're doing it on the trampoline, but you're just going to have to put more power into it. So run up, kick, Now when you're on the grass, don't dish for as long because you're not going to have time, so dish for a split second and then pull back as soon as you can. Then go around, kick back, and you should land it, hopefully. Yeah, sorry, this tutorial was pretty bad, but it's really, really hard to explain the motion. It's just something you got to keep on practicing at until you get it. So maybe just try and keep on doing those drills, keep on doing it on the trampoline, then eventually it'll just come naturally. It took me about a week to learn this. It's not something that you just get, it's something that you got to train in your brain to understand. So hopefully you learned something anyway, so peace.